Here's everything that we know about Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. First thing is first, it is going to be the unofficial official sequel to Outbreak, and it is going to be mostly combined with DMZ. This means that the mode is going to be heavily inspired by both of the modes. We do know some gameplay stuff, like you will be spawning on the edge of the maps just like in DMZ. Main reason is because the middle of the map, or at least the closer to the middle that you will be getting, will become more and more difficult with harder zombies spawning in and probably more bosses. You will be hopping into a lobby with 24 players and you will be able to be in a squad of up to 6 players. In Zombies, we've had only 4 players being maximum, and for the first time ever we are going to have 6. So if you have a group of 6 friends, or you have 5 other friends, you will be able to hop into a match with them and play a 60-minute match. That is going to be the limit of how much time you will have inside of the Modern Warfare 3 Zombies experience. I know this is a huge complaint from players, and they are comparing it to Vanguard Zombies, essentially saying that, oh, it's because you can't pause. This is a normal server, so imagine it like a Warzone experience, or even again going back to DMZ. You were never able to pause on those because it's a server where you get thrown in with players. Also, the reason there is a limit is probably because, same argument, it is a server, so there is going to be a limit on how long you can be in a match. 60 minutes is still a lot of time, and if it is going to be inspired by DMZ, especially since it is a combination of the mode, you will not want to be probably in a match for that long, since you will have quests to complete. That's the next thing that we do know about this. There are 3 arcs to this story, and it is probably going to be behaving like the little quests that you can accept before you hop into a DMZ match. You complete them, you'll exfil at the end of the match, either when the 60 minutes come around or before that, because you will be able to exfil and then essentially hop back in. Going back to the whole exfil idea, there will be an ether storm from what I've heard that will be closing in on the match to basically make sure you do get out, and makes it a bit more hectic towards the later, I guess, time, not rounds I was going to say. There is also going to be AI inside of the game that isn't specifically zombies, but it is humans. Don't worry, they are only going to be around strongholds and inside of strongholds. If you don't know what strongholds are, again, they're similar from DMZ and even Warzone. It's an area where you can go and raid to get better loot and better weapons and things like that. So that's where the AR players will be. There will be 3 levels to them in difficulty, so probably from easy to in the middle to really difficult, depending on where you are on the map. Going back to the whole loot idea, we are going to be receiving perks back. We don't exactly know how you will be getting these perks because buy stations are also returning, so you might be able to purchase your perks from that, or there will be a Wonder Fizz or the perk machines all around the map and you will have to run around and pick it up. As of right now, we only know 1 perk that is coming back, and it is the fan favorite Juggernaut. Apart from that, I'm expecting to see Speed Cola, Stamina, probably Deadshot Daiquiri, so on so forth. Since this is an only player versus entity experience, not player versus player, it makes sense why you would see some really overpowered perks inside of the game. Pack-a-Punch is also making a return, so you'll be able to upgrade your weapon, since the whole idea is you want to get into the middle of the map and it will be getting more and more difficult there, so you will probably need an upgrade to your weapon. Now apart from that, I don't know if there will be actual tiers on weapons, so different rarities of them, probably most likely, so expect the buy stations to probably behave as an upgrade station for your weapons, and also a Pack-a-Punch machine I'm hoping will have a brand new camo and not a reused one from the past. There's supposed to be a lot of things returning, and one of my questions is, will field upgrades be returning? Things like Ring of Fire, Ether Shroud, since Vanguard was attempting to bring it back, and this is supposedly the continuation of the Ether storyline in some capacity. I'm curious if that's going to be implemented in this. The mystery box is going to be returning, and on top of that, also wall buys, so those classic zombies things are going to be coming back, and I'm expecting mystery boxes to probably be very common. I hope it's not going to be this one spot that you're going to wait until each player rotates through it. You know, there's 24 players all together, so there's going to be a lot of people potentially running up to the box to maybe try to get the ray gun, because the ray gun is going to be coming back inside of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. No more DLC like stuff with it the way we saw it in Vanguard. It is officially making a return to Zombies, which is super exciting, and I'd also expect a bunch of different wonder weapons coming back or being introduced, especially in this kind of a mode. There's there's something that has been mentioned, and there is a gold canister that holds a ray gun in it. That's from what the content creators have seen and described. It's very interesting because I'm curious if this is going to be a very similar system to what we saw in Outbreak with the little crates that you could find around the place. Will this be a little crate that you can find and get a ray gun from it, or will this be part of the Easter eggs? Because that's another thing that is coming back into the mode. We are going to be receiving Easter eggs in some capacity in the game, and they are supposedly friendly to the hardcore veterans and also to brand new players. So if you're a person who is worried about an Easter egg being way too easy or way too difficult, these should benefit both of you. Now I don't know if this will involve maybe intel or different things like that, but they did say that there will be some kind of Easter eggs that will satisfy players of different difficulties. There's also mentions of things like a perm upgrade with schematics and one-time consumables. I'm not entirely sure what this means, but I'm guessing it's going to be similar to an upgrade kind of system that we did see in Cold War. So you hop into the game, unlock things to then go back in and potentially upgrade your assault rifle schematic, your shotgun schematic, pistol, so on so forth, the same way we did see it in Cold War. This could mean that we will be able to upgrade our maybe perks and things like that to have an easier experience on the mode, because it is also supposed to be described as one of the, I guess, biggest experiences. So there will be huge hordes of zombies, and also on top of that there will be difficulty that we haven't seen before, especially in the middle. So I guess we'll need these kind of upgrades. Going back to the one-time consumables, that could be drops of some kind is my best guess, or some kind of perks, again similar to the way we were just talking about them. Essence is going to be making a return and is described as the thing that you will be using to upgrade your loot and things like that. Again, if you don't know what Essence is, it's the brand new currency, so you will be able to purchase stuff like obviously the box, stuff inside of the buy stations, wall buys, things like that. Just a normal money system, but this time it's just called the Essence. Now for the enemies, we don't really know a lot of information apart from the mimics are back, and of course normal zombies. My best guess is we are going to be seeing the return of dogs, and since we are seeing a character from Cold War Zombies returning, there's no doubt that there will be different zombie bosses returning, probably the Tempest, since my best guess is it is an open world experience. We will have some vehicles to some capacity. Tempests were there to just turn off your vehicles and make your life more difficult. We will probably maybe see the return of the abominations, since it was introduced in the last DLC of Cold War, and I feel like they will want to maybe explore that bad guy more. And who knows, we will maybe see the return of huge bosses like the Legion boss fight, the Forsaken boss fight, or anything like that. Time will only tell. And of course at the very end of every single match, as I've mentioned, you will have to exfil to, for my guess, is complete your mission. Now this game is going to be set in present day, so that means a lot of modern weapons, which is really exciting. And the weapons that are going to be inside of this game are as following. I'm going to include a snippet from one of my recent videos. The first weapon that we have up is the ACR, which is an assault rifle. The second one is the G36, the Uzi, which is kind of funny to be seeing it, the UMP45, the good old ballista is coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited to see the sniper rifle back in the game, and especially with the ability to just run around zombies with this bad boy. That is going to be so much fun. The CZ Bren 805 or the 805 F2000 SIG MCX Spear Spaz 12, good old shotgun, M93 Raffica Scorpion Evo, which is I'm pretty sure from Modern Warfare 1, I do remember this weapon, the Type 95 or the QBZ 95, which you might know from Cold War or just Call of Duty in general. Of course, most of these weapons you know from Call of Duty, and especially Modern Warfare 2019. The Barrett M82 50 cal, AK556, Scar 9. Now those are only some of the weapons that we do know that are leaked, but also the game is supposed to be set in between Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2, not particularly in the Modern Warfare 3 era. So the teams that we are going to be seeing inside of the game are not Requiem or Omega. We are currently saying goodbye to those teams. Currently, from what we know, Richtofen is like the big bad guy. Most of Requiem is inside of prison, especially your players, and Peck is in Japan. So hopefully we will learn some stuff through the story as to what happened previously, and then in COD 2024 probably see the full explanation and the story unfold fully as to what happened. I'm going to expect Outbreak or Modern Warfare Zombies 3, whatever you want to call this mode exactly, will actually be following a totally different team, little side objective in the story, and then we will be picking up in COD 2024. There is also some rumors of a round-based experience coming. I would take this with an absolute grain of salt because it's probably untrue, but there are also rumors of a solo experience coming in where you won't have to be playing with 24 players. Again, that's another one that time will tell. hell, and I feel like the dev team will probably, over the next few seasons inside of the game, whenever the game comes out, improve upon some of the features introduced. So that was a lot of stuff to talk about. We do know a lot of information, but I'm guessing we'll be knowing even more and more as the days go on. So if you did like this video and you did watch this far and found the information interesting in any capacity, be sure to subscribe. We're on the goal to hitting 50,000 subscribers. We're not too close, but we're not too far. And also be sure to drop a like on the video, as that does help out the channel and the video itself to get out to more people so they do see this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.